Good morning. This is George Kachuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Okay, let's take a look at the equity markets. Equity markets are down this morning. Dow's down about 90 points. The S&P is off about 7 points, and the Nasdaq's down about 10 points. However, despite this, the current uptrend still continues. We hear a lot of talk about we've been 5 years in the bull market, or some people will say 3 years, depends if you look at the reset of August 2011 as a significant correction. The point is, it doesn't really matter, because what's happening is market breadth is actually expanding, and we don't see any significant divergences in the indexes as the market goes higher. Financial stocks that were lagging, if you look at the XLF, hit a new time high. Last week, the S&P 500 hit an all-time high. We saw the Russell 2000 hit an all-time high. We saw the Dow Transports touching at their all-time highs. Now I'd look to see if the Dow can hit an all-time high. So once again, if we got the transports hitting highs, at the same time the Dow Industrials are hitting highs, Dow theory would confirm of what we're seeing is that the general bull market is still intact. Now, one slight nuance where we do see a little bit of selling pressures on the Nasdaq, and that pretty much came in the biotech sector. The biotech sector has been red hot, and a lot of those red hot biotech stocks have been getting hit last week, and that caused a number of selling days in the Nasdaq over the last few weeks. So we have about 4 to 5 days of heavy selling pressure on the Nasdaq over the last 5 weeks. If this gets up to 6 weeks, this may be telling us that the market may start spilling over. But for now, the trend is still up. There also, we saw the retailers that were kind of lagging. They're starting to do very well as well, as is consumer discretionary. And I talked about the transports. Now, one stock I want to talk about is Michael KORS. The symbol is KORS. It's a retailer. Now, most retailers, when the winter hit, complained their sales were down because of the winter. That wasn't the cold winter we've had this year. That wasn't the case with Michael KORS. Actually, last quarter, they blew estimates away. Earnings came in at an increase of 73%, and sales came in at 59%, $1 billion last quarter. Beat every analyst estimates. Now, why I like them too, they have a 5-year earnings growth rate of 113% and a 5-year annualized growth rate of about 56%. So they have quarter after quarter triple and double-digit gains in earnings and sales. Now they have zero debt, a return on equity of 53%, that's very high, and profit margins last quarter came in at 29%. Now, North American same-store sales came in an increase of 24%, and Europe, those increased 73% last quarter. Now, Michael KORS is a holding we have, been holding it for a while, and we're looking to add to it. Except we're not going to add to it just yet here. We're looking to see if it can take out that $101 level. Right now, for the last 4 weeks, it's been trading very tight in that $98, $99 level. The $100 level seems to be a little bit of resistance. It's gone above their intraday, but hasn't been able to close above 100. So the high in this structure over the last 4 weeks, if you look at a chart, has been 101 and I believe 4 cents. So if Michael KORS can move past that point, 101 and 4 cents, that might be a new buying opportunity, indicating that funds still have a hungry appetite after this stock. In fact, if you look over the last year in December quarter, about 500 some funds owned it. Now we have over 1,000 funds owning it. So everyone is recognizing the growth story, piling into it. That's something you should consider as well. But as always, don't take my word for it. Let price and volume be your guide. This is George Kachuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Have a great trading week.